Logan Verrett getting ready for his 10th start of the season. Things have been going better for Logan. Had just the one bad inning against St. Louis his last time out. Got through 7 innings with just 88 pitches, and the Mets are hoping for more of that tonight. Here's the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by Hyundai. No Carlos Beltran, traded away to Texas. Didi Gregorius has been the best bat in that lineup. Yankees have been underwhelming offensively. Somehow the Bronx Bombers are last in the American League in slugging percentage.
Well, here's the Land Rover numbers. 27 games for Logan Verrett, 9 of those starts, 3-6 record. See, that whip is pretty high because of the walks, 32 and 74 in the 3rd innings.
And the Mets defense brought to you by Lexus. There's the newcomer Ruggiano. Will be playing a lot of center field against left-handers with Sabathia out there. The left-hand pitcher, obviously, for the Yankees. Loney in the lineup against the left-hander. Matt Reynolds back up. He's going to be playing a lot of shortstop. And d'Arnaud behind the plate.
Asdrubal Cabrera has not officially been placed on the disabled list, but his knee will probably require him to go on the DL. With Bastardo leaving today and Nice and Bruce not yet arriving, Reynolds added to the roster, taking Bastardo's place. But there will be more moves to be made tomorrow when Bruce and presumably Nice arrive. Brett Gardner leads things off for the Yankees. Gardner hitting a .259, an all-star last year, but not putting up the same numbers this season. And really that's true up and down this Yankee lineup. Logan Verrett set to go. And his first pitch of the night is in for a call strike, and we're underway. Logan went 7 against the Cardinals, allowed 3 runs and 5 hits. All 3 of those runs came in the 3rd inning. Gave up a couple of 2-out doubles to Matt Holliday and Matt Adams, and then pitched very well the rest of the way. Gardner gets a hold of one deep to right center. Back goes Ruggiano to the warning track, and it's off the fence and bouncing away from him. Gardner will easily make it to 3rd. Granderson comes over to recover it. Gardner's going to try to score. Walker's throwing the plate, and Gardner is out. Brett Gardner going for the inside the park home run, and Neil Walker guns him down with a perfect relay. d'Arnaud makes the tag, and a very exciting first out of the night.
Ruggiano going back here and tries to make the play and thus leaves himself open for the big carom. But nicely backed up by Granderson. Hits the cutoff man and a perfect throw home. And Joe has spotted a third base coach. Boy, if you send a guy and lead off a ball game, you have nobody out, you better make it.
Boy, d'Arnaud really punished Gardner's hand when he sat on it there to prevent him from coming to the plate.
And that's how you get hurt. That's why you never slide head first to home plate. Here's the relay again. A little rainbow in from Grandy, but nothing rainbow about this throw. Right on the money. Excellent fundies.
Well, they talk about a catcher dropping the shin guard. And if Gardner's left arm or shoulder is not injured, he's fortunate.
That was very Mike Scioscia-like in the day.
Gardner's got 2 inside the park home runs in his career. Was trying for a 3rd. He settles for his 3rd triple of the year. And the Yankee trainer having a look at Gardner as he came into the dugout. Jacoby Ellsbury takes one at his feet, 1-2. Well, Gardner at age 32 can still fly.
Just really, it's not a great play. And it's not a heads-up play. It's what you're supposed to do. Granderson hustling all the way to center field.
Ellsbury yanks one foul
from his right field position. That ball deep and just to the right side of center field to back up that play. He didn't. A lot of guys may not do that, and it's an inside the park home run.
Ruggiano's gotten a pretty good workout his first 2 starts in center field here, hasn't he?
It's been a little rough.
Did a face plant on one in his first game night before last, and this time getting a little too close to the fence. But Granderson bailing him out. 1-2 from Verrett, and Ellsbury takes up an end, 2-2. Ellsbury having a rough year, 264, just 4 home runs. Jacoby Ellsbury's in the 3rd year of a 7-year, $153 million contract. And so far, The numbers don't match the numbers on the contract. Grounded down to first. Loney grabs that, and that's the second out. Let's watch Brett Gardner as he tried to circle the bases.
Well, he's always a hustler, and he's only got 7 home runs, so it's the biggest part of the ballpark. He's going to be motoring, and he can still fly. And a very questionable call here by the third base coach. Nice tag, as Ronnie mentioned.
The 2 out and nobody on. Now Mark Teixeira hitting third in the order.
Well,
I don't know if that grimace is getting caught or getting crunched. Full speed pitch from Verrett, and it's 2-0.
if you really think about it, a baseball player is not conditioned to run on inside the Parker, Gary. I don't care who you are. You're tired after you do that. I had 2 of them, 1 in my day. I can attest for it.
That's 120 yards, folks.
That's right. It's a sprint.
I mean, you're talking about running end line to end line on a football field.
Right. And
we had 3 turns.
Exactly. And it might be a little longer with the bow in your turn. It's not a direct, it's not a straight line.
Teixeira hitting just 192 for the year. He's just had a miserable time of it. Takes a strike 2-2. Teixeira was on the disabled list most of June with a knee injury. He's been so banged up the last few years. Now in the final year of his 8-year big money contract. Two from Verrett, and Teixeira bounces 1 foul.
Well, the thing I like about Verrett is the 3 starts using his fastball more. You know, being a little more aggressive. That's how he pitched earlier in the season.
Again, the 2-2, and Teixeira takes below the knees. Full count. Do you remember who you hit your inside the park home run against?
Against the Braves, I don't remember the pitcher. It was in St. Louis. I hit a line drive dead central, bullet, and in top of it was a foot above the padding, this concrete, and it came and rolled all the way back in on the turf. And you should have seen me blistering around the bases.
It was Dick Ruthven you hit it off. Okay. Loney makes the play on Teixeira. Verrett gets the benefit of a play at the plate. Gardner takes the crunch from d'Arnaud, and the Mets get through the top of the first. They'll come to bat with no score. Curtis Granderson leads off against CC Sabathia as the Mets come up in the bottom of the first, and Granderson first pitch swinging, pops one up. And Starlin Castro tracking it. Whoa. And stays with it on a windy night for the first out. There's a Geico Mets starting lineup. Ruggiano hitting second tonight. No Yoenis Cespedes. Cespedes sitting for the 2nd straight day after tweaking that quad on Saturday night. So Neil Walker, who's been red hot, goes in the 3-hole. Wilmer Flores hits cleanup. And there's the veteran left-hander CC Sabathia.
220 big league wins and 470 starts. 471 now. 2,655 strikeouts for the big man.
Here's Ruggiano, his 2nd start as a Met. Released by Texas from their AAA team earlier this week. Immediately contacted by the Mets. Had a prior relationship with Terry Collins from when he was drafted by the Dodgers, and Terry was the farm director for LA. And the curveball hit in the air to center. And Ellsbury is under it. And quickly 2 out.
Defense quickly here with the Coors Light. That's brought to you by Coors Light. Gardner, Ellsbury, and Refsnyder. I hope I pronounced that right. The infield, Teixeira, aging Teixeira. Starlin Castro came over from the Cubs. And Brian McCann, the former Brave. That is a totally traded infield from other guys from other teams. Everybody on that infield.
Perfecto with Refsnyder, by the way.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Here's Neil Walker. 12 hits and 19 at-bats during his 5-game hitting streak, including the game-winning home run yesterday. And takes a fastball strike. Neil's now hit 6 right-handed home runs this year, which is how many he had in his entire career before this year. It's crazy. He's hitting .295 right-handed, 6 of his 17 home runs. And And it's been right from the start of the season that he's become a better right-hand hitter than he's been at any point in his career.
Well, he altered a little bit his movement, or the leg kick that he had in spring training. It started.
Sabathia ahead 0-2, and he misses high. Sabathia had a better start his last time out in Houston, went 6 2/3, 2 runs, 4 hits. But his last 7 starts, his ERA is 6.70. It really has gone downhill for him after a pretty good beginning to his season. Starting pitching has been a concern for the Yankees all year. Masahiro Tanaka goes tomorrow night. He's been the Yankees' best starter.
No, in a strange way, it's the starting pitching of the Yankees that probably got Brian Cashman to the point where he was able to trade Chapman and Miller, because he couldn't get the starting pitchers couldn't get the ball to those guys often enough.
Well, for the 3.5 months they were together, they were spectacular.
Yeah.
Now Dylan Betances is the unquestioned closer, and the Yankees are trying to fill in front of him.
CC has got to get that pitch if he's going to have success tonight. That backdoor cutter slider. Very important now to his repertoire.
Wilmer Flores would be next. Three-two coming, and Walker goes down on the changeup to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mets against CC Sabathia. No score after 1.